inalienable rights, among which those are enjoying the defending of life, liberty, and acquiring and possessing and protecting property. You guys, it's like in the pursuing and obtaining safety and happiness. It's the New Jersey State Constitution. Maybe you should tell the governor to read it, because I got to tell you something. He's nothing more than a bully, and it really annoys me that this is another example of him and his bulliness, is that he just pushes us around. He gave the stakeholders 15 meetings and give us 6. What happened to our rights? I got to tell you one thing. 2 years from now, it's time for a change. We're going to be looking for another governor, because this is not working for us. You know, long-term funding sources. I was born and raised in the ghettos of Newark, and I got to tell you something. You go down there, and you look at these pods, they're still there. Most of them they knocked down. They were called the projects, and they didn't work. If you go to Chicago, the Roger Taylor homes in Chicago, 70 acres of a mess. Okay? And you're going to tell me you got all these groups, and they just annoy the heck out of me. And all you guys come here, you read the same thing over at every meeting. Can't you get creative? It really annoys the heck out of me. And I got to tell you that this is nothing more, and the terminology's here, it's nothing more than Agenda 21. Go get it and read it, folks. It's there. It's Agenda 21. And I'll be damned if the United Nations is going to dictate to me over my dead body in my country how to live. We need to abolish that law from 1985 called the Planning Act, because our forefathers did great without it. We don't need it then. We don't need it now. Thank you.
I'll take a mic. Thank you. My name is Andrew Daniele. I live in Farmingdale, lifelong tax-paying resident of New Jersey. I have a question because, like a few people have said, it's very, very difficult for us working folks to get to a 6 o'clock meeting. So I don't know if this was covered. I got here as quickly as I could. It would have taken me even longer if I had to ride my bicycle here. But once these meetings are over, how is this determined if it's passed or not?
The SPC votes on it.
Who?
The State Planning Commission.
Okay. So my question then is...
This is the time for comments.
Well, my comment in the form of a question is, if every one of us disagreed, what difference would it make? Is this representation? I don't think so. In other words, if we had 1,000 people at each meeting, and we would if more people knew about what was going on, and every person disagreed, what would it matter? Is this not just a charade? This is not representation.
Call legislators and tell them to repeal the law.
My second question, which will not be answered, is where did this plan come from and who wrote it? Does anyone know?
The stakeholders.
Not our legislators, not people we voted, I would assume. Okay. Well, then my real comment is, there's a meeting in 2 days in Bordentown at another obscure, hard-to-find place. I suggest that you call all your friends, all your family, everyone who has property and wants to keep it, to bring more people there. Maybe we can get more press, and maybe we can make a difference, because obviously our elected officials aren't representing us. And this really is a joke. You know, we're giving up our time, we're giving up our hard-earned gas money to get here, and they're laughing at us behind our backs.
I think what they don't understand is that some of us are willing to give up our lives.
Sorry, one at a time.
Just like our ancestors did.
You betcha. Okay. So in closing, with all due respect, I would like to say that if more people knew about this, we would have more people here. But again, I went to the meeting down in Gloucester, unless you were local. I was completely lost. I grew up in this area, so I knew how to get here, and I know that a lot of my friends I told about, they're like, I'm not going to Monmouth University. It really is a hassle. Let's have it at the Garden State Arts Center. Let's have it at Convention Hall in Asbury Park. Let's have it someplace easy to find, easy to get to. Let's have it on a Saturday. Let's have it on a weekend. What?
You stole a phone. You know.
Okay, but this is not representation. This is not representation.
You need the press also.
Yeah, so I would appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. Thanks.
Anybody submit a request for comment that did not get asked to comment?
No, but I would really like to make a comment. I find it hilarious that all these plans are going to be done without costing our taxpayers any money. It's all coming out of money that's already in the department. Why? No.
And I protested at one when we were happy that Kilo decision, Kilo versus Market is a disaster. Everybody is protesting when that came into law. That was total abuse. And I think we need to stand together. I've seen eminent domain happen to my parents, who were senior citizens, handicapped. If it wasn't for my brother and I to find them a place, they would have been relocated, God knows where. And that was a New Jersey school construction that was supposed to expand the school. And they wind up taking all these properties and all these things to do a heartbroken, and they never built it. Why? Before, right? Remember, Forsyth didn't do anything about it. We didn't hold anybody accountable for $9 million, and this state is in a bad economic situation to begin with. Why not? Of course, then he goes to MF Logo trying to screw everybody over again. These are the same people, because the corporation that are never satisfied, all they are concerned about is their bottom line, how much money they can make. They don't give a shit about anyone.
Please remind everybody that we have a mechanism for written comment. Written comments are very helpful to us. You can be specific on the plans, the page numbers, the particular passages. Very, very invaluable to us. I appreciate if, I'm sorry? Well, the folks here. So, if you have any comments, please be sure to put them on paper, and be sure that you can call me in my office. If you want, after the meeting, I'll give you my card. You can call me or Dan anytime. We'd be happy to discuss that. With that, thank you very much, and
How many people voted for Christie in the last election?
Vote for, we campaigned for him.
Okay.
How many vote for him in the next
For
one?
him again? Gentlemen,
for governor.
forget your council, forget the committee. Take that message to the governor and tell him the people of New Jersey will not stand for this.
Directions to the next meeting can be found on the Bay Shore Tea Party website, bayshoreteaparty.org. The directions are there.